There's news that after the Rockets got Chris Paul, now they want Blake Griffin on the Rockets playing with Chris Paul. And I don't know, maybe the Rockets really want to bring Lob City over to the Rockets. Maybe the Rockets really want to keep Lob City alive. But tell me what you guys think. Do you guys want to see Chris Paul with Blake Griffin, James Harden on the same team? So guys, tell me in the comment section who best fits the Rockets, Paul George or Carmelo Anthony, or maybe both, of them can be on the Rockets. But for now, let's talk about Paul George. So me, I think Paul George best fits the Rockets, so I'm gonna talk about Paul George the most in this video. But you know, Melo too. He's way better than Paul George. Okay, I'm joking. Will Paul George trade to the Rockets because now they got Chris Paul and James Harden? Tell me in the comment section, do you guys want to see Paul George go to the Rockets playing with James Harden and Chris Paul? Or should Paul George still go to the Lakers? Me, I think Paul George should definitely look to go to the Rockets. Also, it's not even on Paul George. It's on the Rockets now. The Rockets gotta do their best to acquire Paul George, because if you add Paul George with Chris Paul and James Harden, yo, that's a super team waiting to happen. It would be dumb for Paul George to still try to go to the Lakers. There's nothing on the Lakers anymore, because if Paul George goes to the Lakers, he won't go to the finals. Before it was a possibility, because we were thinking, hey, Paul George goes to the Lakers playing with Lonzo Ball and LeBron James might join him, then whoa, they got a team that can actually compete with the Warriors. But now hearing that Chris Paul went to the Rockets, so now on the Rockets they got Chris Paul and James Harden on the same team, and now you're gonna tell me that Paul George would still want to go to the Lakers? Bro, go to the Rockets. That's the destination you should be trying to go to. Right now, Paul George should be speaking with the Rockets organization trying to join. To me, Paul George should be trying to go to the Rockets right now. The Rockets should be trying their hardest to get Paul George right now, because that's a super team waiting to happen. Plus, if they can also acquire LeBron James, I don't want to go too far. But for now, if the Rockets can acquire Paul George and add him to the team of Chris Paul and James Harden, that team is going to be unstoppable. That would be a team that can actually compete with the Warriors. Plus, if you can also acquire other players that are good, you got a super team right there. That would be the big three. You got another big three, but it still won't be a super team, so you got to acquire more talent. Imagine if the Rockets still had James Harden. To me, it would have been a super team if they still had Dwight Howard. If the Rockets still had Dwight Howard, if they had never traded Dwight Howard, if the Rockets still had Dwight Howard, James Harden, and now they would have Chris Paul and Paul George if he wants to go there, that's a super team right there. But to me, Paul George should be looking to the Rockets, because right now they're the preferred destination. Right now, the Rockets with just James Harden and Chris Paul, they're way better than the Lakers. Why would he go to the Lakers? If James Harden couldn't win a championship with Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant, surely he can do it with Chris Paul, Paul George, because he proved that he can play point guard in the 2016-2017 NBA season. So now you also give him Chris Paul, a guy who's clutch and a guy who can really play. Chris Paul is no scrub. He's one of the best. He's like the top 5 best NBA point guards in the league right now. And you pair that with Paul George, who has LeBron James type talent, who has LeBron James and KD type talent, and you also pair that with James Harden. Come on, so to me, it would be dumb for Paul George to try to go to the Lakers right now. To me, what he should be trying to do is go to the Rockets. That's a good situation for Paul George. Tell me in the comment section, do you guys want to see Paul George go to the Rockets playing with James Harden and Chris Paul? Or should Paul George still go to the Lakers?